With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series fires things back off once again after a 2-week little break. We're going to fire things up in the heartland right here at Kentucky Speedway, race number 4, season number 3. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside. Looks like about 60 seconds rolling off the 5-minute qualifying clock already. Air temperature nice and cool, 74 degrees, 76-degree track temperature. Should have a lot of grip around this mile-and-a-half D-shaped oval tonight. Will we see a fourth different race winner, or will we see our first repeat winner of the season. Have to wait to see how all that shakes out. Gonna throw that qualifying time up for you over there to the left-hand side of your screen. There you can see Todd Cray sits top of the speed charts. Quick time for Cray, 30.75 here tonight. Looks like neither our pole sitter last year or our race winner last year no longer with the Xfinity Series. They're up with the big boys driving the Cup cars on Thursday nights. Justin Gann gonna go top of the speed charts now, fastest on the track. That Ford Mustang, the 30 of Gann, 30.64. 2.5 minutes into this 5-minute qualifying session, and Justin Gann tops the speed charts. Todd Cray right behind him with a 30.67. Nick Hunton right there in a solid third. How about that Toyota Supra driver? We've got 3 different manufacturers all in the top 3 right there, breathing down each other's necks. How about the newcomer Chris Harvey? He'll go 15th with his first time lap. Dustin Scruggs in the 66 Mustang goes inside the top 10. He'll go 8th for now. Nicholas Shriver, also a newcomer. Let's take a look at Shriver as he gets around the track in that one machine. I believe that's an Alpine Stars 1 Chevy Camaro coming off of turn number 4, back across the stripe this time. Where does Shriver go with his first time lap? Only good enough for 21st. He's got a lot to make up right at about a second if he's going to want to dethrone Justin Gann. Still top of the speed charts. Quick time for Gann, 30.64. Second time lap right up against that outside wall. He'll cross the stripe this time by. Where's he going to shake out? Shriver, does he improve? He does, but not good enough to go anywhere. He'll stay way back through the field. He'll stay back in that 21st position. Looks like that's going to be about all for qualifying here. Drivers going to slowly push their way behind the pit wall. Get ready for the drivers meeting and pre-race inspection. So with that being said, oh, how about Damian Leininger? Leininger. There you go. Damian Leininger. Yes, that's right. Sneaking a time lap in right there, just 100th faster than Gann. 30.63. Quick time for Leininger. Looks like that's pretty much going to close things out for us. So we're going to step away from the track for just a brief moment, head down trackside for the national anthem. So don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed.
trackside as drivers begin to make their way through the final pre-race inspection. We're going to get to a little bit of the official business before tonight's race. Let's see if we can get that championship point standings to you here in just a brief moment. Looks like we do have a few more drivers making their way to their starting spot. A little bit of a log jam back there in tech, trying to make their way through that final pre-race inspection. Championship standings coming in to tonight's race look a little something like this. Adam Pettit, having a good season so far, has yet to hit victory lane here in the Xfinity Series, but leads the point standings. There you can see Darren Clement, Cody Sleeper. What a run by Sleeper as well. Hunter Courier, Nick Hunt, Jason Harrison, Todd Cray, Chad Osmond, Casey Duncan, Brandon Freeze. All right there. Heavy battle between a lot of the drivers coming into race number 4 here at Kentucky Speedway. And looking through it, it's amazing to see that you don't see any of those drivers that have a race win really up inside of that top 5. Todd Cray, the only driver inside of the top 10 with a race win. So these drivers very consistent so far this season. Looks like the final few drivers beginning to make their way to the starting grid. Looks like just a few more held up down there, and you can hear those bells beginning to ring in the background. You know that sound. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup. Race number 4 here at Kentucky Speedway for the Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Farm Xfinity Series. Damian Leininger in the 2. Gonna take the top spot on debut. Gonna put the field on notice. Justin Gann in the 4X Racing Machine. He's gonna start just to his outside. Back in row number 2. Familiar face, familiar man at the front of the field. Todd Cray in that 22 machine. Nick Hunt with a solid run. He'll start P4. Back in row number 3 tonight, the 4 of Jim Ott, followed by the Cuban Missile Rocket, Roy Fernandez, in that 3 machine. Casey Duncan and Chris Harvey gonna make up row number 4. Back in row number 5, the 17 of Tommy Haynes, and rounding out your top 10 here tonight, the 8 of Ryan Sizemore. Dustin Scruggs, Darren Clement back in row number 6. Row number 7 tonight, Jason Harrison, followed by the 98 of a Hunter Courier. Jim Thorndike, Nathan Rogie back in row number 8. Row number 9 here tonight, that 24 of Jeff Glockner, followed by Pierce Maffitt in the 41. The iHeart Radio 28 of Ron Schutte gonna start 19th. Stephen Ayers Jr. slots in 20th. Nicholas Shriver back in 21st, 22nd starting position here tonight. The 10 of Gary May. Rhett Tucker, Chad Osmond back there in row number 12. Row 13 here tonight, Tommy Holt. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, race officials here tonight, so a big tip of the cap to them for all they do all season long, all night long. Gonna keep these drivers straight, and we're ready to fire things off once again under the lights. Your midweek racing fix coming right at you. The bat flip 2 hits the gas. Leininger on it. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. Leininger out to a good jump, already upwards of a half a second as he reaches turn number 1. That is what you call a start right there. Leininger not playing around at all. Back through the pack, got a few more drivers battling here for position. Look at that. There's the 4 of Jim Ott. He's going to go to the inside of Nick Hunt. He'll take that spot away. Now back off of the corner to the front stretch. Lap number 1 in the books Drivers already looking like they're getting a little bit single file here. $19 on a charge. Sorry, I believe that's the, who is that? Who is that? That Monster Energy machine, is that? I'm not seeing a 19 on the track, but I do see a 19 out there in front of Tommy Haynes. That's the 79 of Chris Harvey. Sorry, looked like a 19. That 7's a little deceiving from a distance. Casey Duncan getting by Dustin Scruggs for 9th. Rhett Tucker making some moves in the back of the pack. He's going to take that 20th spot away. Duncan going to reassume that 9th spot. Him and Dustin Scruggs going at it back and forth. You can see that 17 of Tommy Haynes. He's right in front of that battle. Nick Hunt not far off of him. Roy Fernandez kind of hanging out right where he started tonight's race in that number 3 AC Delco Chevy's ZL1 Camaro. Nose to tail. How about Tommy Haynes and Dustin Scruggs going at it right here? Jason Ayerson's going to get by Darren Clement. That lap for P12. They've been swapping that position for about the past 2 laps back there just outside of your top 10. There you can see him just off in the distance. Casey Duncan, Ryan Sizemore right there in front of Ayerson and Clement. It's going to be a 4-car battle here very soon. Might as well make that 6 or 8 drivers. Still all on the gas, all up on each other right now. Close racing into 3 and 4 down on the bottom. That 66 of Scruggs hunting the front right now, trying to get by that 79 of Chris Harvey. Not much to say about your race leader. He's got a 0.6 of a second race advantage. We'll jump around the track just a little bit. There you see that 4 of Jim Ott. Looks like he's maybe slowing the pack behind him down just a little bit. You've seen Roy Fernandez jump to the bottom of that 00 of Nick Hunt. Now Casey Duncan sits waiting in the wings, waiting for one of these drivers to mess up in front of him. Can he get his Great House Toyota Supra a little further up inside the top 10? Jess, how you doing out there? As always, let's go Todd Cray. Indeed, you beat me to the punch one more time. I mean, imagine that. Dustin Scruggs and Nick Hunt gonna swap positions. Hunt gonna drop to the 7th spot as Fernandez gets by. Dustin Scruggs gonna utilize that open door, and he'll slot that 66 just off in front of the 00. Gonna look back here. There's the 8 of Ryan Sizemore. He's right behind Casey Duncan, sandwiched in between Duncan and Ayerson. That 44 running pretty good in the early stages here tonight. Not a lot of drivers making up a lot of positions. Rhett Tucker up 4 spots. He's now running in 19th. How about Dustin Scruggs, though? That 66 right here in a scrum of cars. And I tell you what, they are all over each other right here on lap number 9 out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Dustin Scruggs heading towards the front. Gonna try to stay right here with this action because there is a lot of mess going on all right through this little portion of the track. There you can see Nick Hunt. He's just behind that 79 of Chris Harvey, who's hunting down Dustin Scruggs, who looks to the inside of Jim Ott now. Ott gonna lose the 5th position as Scruggs has the spot. Going into turn 1, he'll pull even out, trying to follow Fernandez through. And how about the run by that AC Delco number 3? He's had some tough luck so far this season, but right now looking good at the front of this field. Leininger out to a 0.7 of a second advantage over Todd Gray, who has the same distance back to the 30 of Justin Gann. Gann with over a 2-second gap back to this man leading this hungry pack of cars. They are still all over each other. Roy Fernandez in 4th. Dustin Scruggs in that 66 beginning to separate himself just a little bit from the 79 of Chris Harvey, who still has drivers side by side racing behind him. That's Nick Hunt and Jim Ott. They'll go side by side. Casey Duncan and Tommy Haynes, they'll stay side by side across the stripe. Lap number 12 underway. Action all over this speedway. Casey Duncan right there in the line. He'll drop to the bottom. He'll run with Nick Hunt down to the bottom. Hunt gonna move up to the top as Duncan stays at the bottom. Jason Harrison in the 44 right behind these drivers, trying to get up there and follow that Busch machine of Darren Clement. That 32 Ford Mustang always looking nice and refreshing when he hits the track. And we'll check in with, excuse me, the Sizemore Motorsports drivers out there for Noah Owens out there in the chat. Good to see you out there, Noah. Familiar face, familiar name, I should say, right here with Swift Motorsports. So let's check in with a few of those drivers. The 98 of Hunter Courtier right there running just inside of your top 15. He sits in the 14th position right in front of his teammate Pierce Maffitt. Maffitt right there in his Toyota Supra. There you can see him. He's running in that 15th position, up 3 spots from where he started tonight's race. So the drivers moving forward a little bit. Courtier kind of just hanging out right where he started for the time being. 98 sits in a nice little spot here right behind the GTR simulator machine of Jim Thorndike in that 59, hanging tail end of the pack. A little bit of a gap back to Thorndike, and then you've got a big scrum of cars. Let's take a look at them. Throw them under a blanket, man. They are still all over each other. Roy Fernandez starting to separate himself from this pack about a 4/10 of a second, almost a half a second now over Chris Harvey, Jim Ott, Tommy Haynes, Dustin Scruggs, Nick Hunt, Casey Duncan. Rounds out your top 10. Duncan goes to the bottom of the speedway. He'll drop below Nick Hunt, trying to take that spot away. Hunt's going to lose the position back to 10th. Goes Hunt. And how about Todd Cray chipping away at that race lead? It is getting smaller. Was 7/10 of a second. Now right under a half a second. So 2/10 picked up over the last handful of laps for Cray. He is on his way. When can he get to that 2? And will he have anything left on those tires when he does get there? Getting there is one thing. Passing him is another. Side-by-side action with Chris Harvey and Jim Ott. We'll take a look as that Ford Auto Owners Insurance runs the bottom. He'll have that position for the time being. Look for the crossover on the exit here. 79, nope, not gonna be there. Gonna utilize the run. What will he do when he gets to 3? He'll stay right there, tucked in line. Tommy Haynes gonna creep into this picture now. We've got a 4-car train working their way off of turn number 4, back across the stripe. Lap number 19 now underway. Drivers putting in a blazing fast pace so far here tonight. You couldn't tell there was a 2-week layoff. These drivers are on it right here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. Back at the front, let's go up here. Todd Cray, he's closing in. Here he comes. Back down into turn number 1, Todd Cray and that Infinite Warrior 22 machine. He is right there breathing down the neck of Leninger. And don't look far behind, because here comes Justin Gann. I do believe that is Gann just tucked in behind. Not very far off, just a half a second back. Yes, indeed it is. Gann and his Ford Mustang Battle for that top spot. We've got Chevys versus Fords. Who's going to take that top spot? Todd Cray looks to the inside. Will this be our first lead change of the race? Looks like we've got a new race leader here tonight. That's going to give us 2 leaders, 1 lead change so far here tonight. Took 21 laps to get a new race leader. How will Cray manage it from here? Already beginning to, whoa, splitting the back marker. The 2 has to take evasive action. You can see that one machine. He's been in the outside wall. Nicholas Schreiber with some trouble inside his Chevy Camaro. Looks like Justin Gann, he's going to feed on the bottom. Oh my gosh, contact and into the outside wall. Hard goes Schreiber. Justin Gann right there. You can see the damage after the contact with the back marker. The one gonna have to do a little bit of damage control. Not a ton of damage control just yet, but he's gonna have to work on that thing as much as he can during green flag pit stops, unless we see one of those pesky caution flags, and nobody's got time for that. Todd Cray stepping away to a 7/10 of a second race advantage. He's got 1.2 seconds now over Justin Gann. Gann was able to close in while Cray ran down Damian Leninger, who's running in second. Now your pole sitter drops 1 spot, 21 laps into this race. We have a new race leader. Roy Fernandez still back there in 4th. Jim Ott holding the fort down. Last spot inside the top 5. Going to jump around the track just a little bit to go back to this big mess of cars once again, because Dustin Scruggs, he has dropped outside of that top 5. And whoa, big time moment there. Casey Duncan way up the hill in 3 and 4. He's going to lose a ton of momentum. That's going to allow that 44 of Jason Harrison to almost get completely to the back marker into play. 3 wide. Hard into the outside wall goes Nicholas Schreiber. '98 now looking to the inside of that 59 of Thorndike, and Courier make his way by Pierce Maffitt right there tucked in. Just behind him, Casey Duncan also in line. Pierce Maffitt getting by Thorndike. That's going to be for 13th spot. So, Sizemore Motorsports, they're slowly but surely making their way towards the front of this field. How about this man right here? Can't forget about Rhett Tucker going to victory lane last time we were on the track 2 weeks ago. Out in the desert, son. Phoenix Raceway, that's right, ISM is where that 99 reached victory lane. He has made up 7 positions from where he started tonight's race. Still on the outside of the top 15, looking in. Tucker trying to climb his way back through the charts. And how about Todd Cray stepping away from this field? 1.2 second advantage now for Cray over Leninger, who has Justin Gann all over him. 0.3 to half a second, fluctuating back and forth when Gann gets the run. The top 3 remain the same. '98 of 148 looks to take his Supra a little further through the field. Can he get by Dustin Scruggs and take 11th position away? Teammate right behind him still running on the track, and it looks like one waits for the other to open the door, and they thank you, sir, and follow right on through. I like the strategy. I mean, I like it. Woo, big moment there for Rhett Tucker, working his way off of turn number 2, super loose. He's going to have to catch the car. Gives up a little bit of speed on the track, but keeps the thing going in the right direction, and that is the biggest thing of it all. 30 laps into tonight's 125 lap official race distance. We have 25 drivers start tonight's race. We have still got 23 out there on the track. Shriver and Osborne already out of tonight's race. Casey Duncan sitting one lap down. Duncan has already come to pit road from what seems to be a little bit of an extended stay. 26 seconds in the box for Duncan. He has now got himself an uphill battle to climb. Jump around the track just a little bit more. Once again, back with this battle. 4 cars going at it. Dustin Scruggs, Hunter Courier, Rhett Tucker, Pierce Maffitt. They're all tangled up with each other. That's for a spot outside the top 10, as now we have drivers inside the top 10 making their way to pit road. Roy Fernandez, Chris Harvey. They head to pit road for the first time. Stephen Ayers Jr., Tommy Hope joins the party on pit road. All the way outside of the top 20 for some of these drivers making their first green flag pit stop. And you gotta wonder, is that the limit? How much longer will the rest of this field stay out? 18 drivers electing to stay out a handful more laps. Looks like Nick Hunt gonna bring a slew of drivers down with him. Rhett Tucker, Dustin Scruggs, Courier, Maffitt, Rogie, all to pit road. Ryan Sizemore also gonna come to pit road. There you see your pole sitter, Damian Leininger, just about a second in front of Justin Gann, who still runs in third. Your top 11 yet to come to pit road. Cray gonna break away. Leininger, Gann makes up a lot of ground on entry. Look at that run into pit road. Jim Thorndike gonna stay out on the track. Looks like Thorndike a little bit slow there. May have missed pit road entry and may have been forced to stay out. Ron Schutte in the 28, he's going to stay out for yet another lap as well. Jeff Gluckner looks like he's going to stay out. 3 drivers still to come to pit road. How long can that 59 GTR simulator piloted by Thorndike stay out there on track? Looks like he's on the brakes hard. Gonna get the car woed up, head to pit road this time by Ron Schutte. He's on his way to pit road as well. Jeff Gluckner, what does he do? He heads to pit road, so back once again at the front of the field. There you see Todd Cray. He's gonna make his way off of pit road. And how about the short pit by Fernandez? He has made up a ton of ground. He has been within a second of your race leader, Todd Cray, or eventual race leader, Todd Cray. 2 different lead changes amongst 3 different leaders as Thorndike held on to lead a handful of laps there under this green flag pit cycle. Todd Cray goes back to the point. Roy Fernandez with a good jump. He'll jump into that second position, half a second off of Cray. Damian Leininger now back there in third with Justin Gann back in fourth. Jim Ott gonna complete the green flag pit cycle. He'll come away with 5th, and we stay green flag racing right here from Kentucky Speedway. 36 laps into tonight's 125 lap event. Race number 4 in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. When things get calm at the front, we go towards the middle of this pack. There you can see Red Tucker just off in front of Tommy Haynes. Jason Ayerson in tow. 44 and 17 hour hounding that Ford Mustang just off in front of him. He'll go to the high side. Will Tucker be able to keep the high line running up there? Looks like he's able to keep that going in turns 1 and 2. That's a heck of a run through that corner, through that middle to high lane here at Kentucky Speedway. What a run out of that 99 of Tucker. not a lot of battles to speak of, just a few here and there. We'll jump around to just a few of them. There you can see just for the moment, Damian Leininger closing in on Roy Fernandez. That's going to be a battle for the second position here very shortly. Justin Gann not too far off of them. About 1.5 seconds back for Gann. Jim Ott just a half a second off of Gann. Ott and Gann to pit road on the same time. Not sure, but Gann gave up a little bit on the pit road entry. It looks like a little bit slower than the rest of the drivers around. So going to have to look to improve right there as we are knocking on the door of halfway here. Just another 20 laps and we will be at the halfway point in tonight's race number 4 right here at Kentucky Speedway. Back to this battle, second on the track. Todd Cray has stepped away, almost a 2-second advantage now for Todd Cray in that 22 machine. Roy Fernandez trying to keep Damian Leininger right behind him in that third position. Justin Gann slowly starting to creep his way on to the scene. Jim Hunt falling off the pace just a little bit. That 4 will drop 1.9 seconds back off of Gann. Looking for your biggest mover of the race so far. How about this man? If we had a hard charge award, it'd be this guy right here, up 15 spots from where he started tonight's race, all the way back outside of your top 20 in the 23rd starting position out of the 25 drivers that we had on the starting grid. Rhett Tucker gonna move a little further up through the field, runs in 8th. That 99 is on his way towards the front. We now have all 3 of your previous race winners inside the top 10. Gonna go back to this battle because it's gonna be the biggest one to heat up here. Roy Fernandez gonna try to hang on to that second position. He's got 2 lap older tires than Damian Leininger, who's right behind him. Justin Gann not too far off of him. He's got fresher tires as well, and Gann has been able to close in as these two continue this battle. Leininger just cannot get by. Oh, big moment there. 2 gonna have to drop to the bottom of the speedway. Here comes that 3 trying to side draft just a little bit. Not going to be able to do it enough in that 2 of Leininger. Going to take that second spot back away. Your pole sitter looks to try to run down Todd Cray now, but he's out to almost a 3-second race advantage. Justin Gann going to be the next to arrive on the scene. Matt Fernandez is going to have to worry about. The undercut worked, but not long enough. Gonna go look at this battle. Teammates nose to tail, and caution on the speedway. What has happened? Looks like that 8 of Ryan Sizemore getting turned around, headed back in the right direction. Got the thumbs up on that, so we're gonna go ahead and throw it to your Breezy Acre replay. You see the 8, just pounds that outside wall right in front of Nathan Rogie, I believe that was. Oh, that's a tough lick. Let's take a look one more time. Oh, there it is, hard into that outside wall. Man, that's a rough one. We'll take one more look at it here. Sizemore off of the corner. Looks like a little bit of a wiggle right there and right up the track into the outside wall. And yes, it was the 99 Ford Mustang of Nathan Rogie. Collected a little bit of contact out of that one, and how the engine is not gone in that 8, I do not know. Damage control now for that 8 for the rest of the night in the Shirt Garage Chevy Camaro. We'll rejoin the field back at the front once again. Race leader Todd Cray gonna bring a long train of cars down pit road. Looks like everybody inside the top 10, everybody gonna come to pit road, get those fresh tires. So as drivers get a quick little break, maybe get to change something on the cars, we're gonna go to a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back track side as the field makes their way through turn 3 and 4. Waiting for the one to go this time by our good buddy Al Smith up there in the flag stand. Looks like we've got two drivers going to receive the wave around. That's going to be the 99. No, that is actually the 66 of Dustin Scruggs, who's going to get himself back on the lead lap. Ron Schutte will get himself back to being just one lap down here tonight as the field gets set to go double file once again. Ready to fire things off once again. Todd Cray will bring this field back to the green flag. Roy Fernandez just to his outside. Darren Clement, Jim Ott back in row number 2. Rhett Tucker, Nick Hunt gonna line up the third car outside lane. Jason Harrison, Tommy Haynes, Hunter Courier, and Pierce Maffitt round out your top 10. So Sizemore Motorsports coming to the front slowly but surely. Just about 13 laps away from the halfway point here tonight in race number 4, season number 3 for Swift Motorsports. Butt Kicker, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Pace car down and away. Green flag flies as Todd Cray takes off and tries to leave the field behind. He'll lead him across the line. Where did Darren Clement come from? Check out that Busch 32 down on the bottom of the speedway. He'll take third. Thorndike getting passed by Glockner. That's for 18th on track. Damian Leninger way back through the pack. He's going to pass Casey Duncan for 11th. Dustin Scruggs going to get by Glockner for 19th. Rhett Tucker making his way towards the front as well. He'll get by Nick Hunt. That's going to be for P5 on the track. Glockner gets back by Scruggs as Tucker passes Jim Ott for 4th. Here comes Tucker. Looking through the timing and scoring, looks like Justin Gann in the 30 Ford Mustang. Looks like he had elected to stay on pit road a little bit longer, fix some of that damage that he had after contact with the one of Nicholas Shriver earlier in tonight's race. And how about Jim Ott and Rhett Tucker? They're going at it back and forth, 4th and 5th on the speedway. We'll join this battle right here. Darren Clement now looking to get by Roy Fernandez. Man, people are everywhere, all over each other. As we get closer to the halfway point, if you haven't already, race fans, join us in the push for 2,000 subscribers. Go ahead, toss these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there with the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Whether you're just sliding through to say what's up, or you're the dedicated fan, friend, family, maybe even the sponsors coming to check things out, we do appreciate you each and every time you check in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. 7 days a week, get your racing fix right here with the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your buddies, tell your enemies too. Come on over and check out Turn 3 Racing Network. Let's push that subscription button. Let's get that to 2,000. How about this racing action? And can you imagine missing out on this great display of racing right here on iRacing.com, world's #1 racing simulator? Darren Clement as well as Rhett Tucker, Roy Fernandez, they've been battling it out 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the track. Nick Hunt is going to make his way up onto the scene. Hunt runs in 5th, and that's going to bring Tommy Haynes in the 17 right along with him. Todd Cray likes what he sees in the mirror, and that's drivers all over each other. Cray smooth sailing at the front of this field. I tell you what, let's take a look. I do believe we do have a camera looking back. Well, I thought we did. We might, maybe, possibly, and who knows where to go. I don't know. Look back right there from the bumper. Todd Cray with the bumper cam here tonight. Thought he had the overhead shot, but no, he's got the bumper cam here tonight. Looking back at that swarm of cars jockeying for position here still as we make our way around the track. Lap 57 now on the board out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Gonna go back to this battle. It is not over, and there is more to come with more drivers joining the scene. Roy Fernandez liking the fact that the 32 of Clement and Rhett Tucker have started to battle with each other. That's allowed him to step away to about a 2-car advantage. They'll kind of get lined up a little bit. Nick Hunt going to drop to the bottom of the speedway. He'll follow that 99 back to the top. Now looks to the bottom. Nope, not going to be there. That's going to force the 17 of Haynes way up the track. He'll get it collected, get a great run off of 2 here, trying to stay in tow with Hunt. Right back behind him, look at this. Pole sitter Damian Leininger trying to make his way back up through the field. Was outside of the top 10. He has driven his way back up to 8th. Now looking for more. Jim Ott going to drop to the bottom, cover that inside lane, coming through the tri-oval, back to 1. The auto owner's number 4 still sits in 7th. Justin Gann slowly making his way back up through the field. He'll take 12th spot away from Nathan Rogie, but how about the pass for 2nd? Darren Clement has grabbed the second spot away. He'll slide in front of Roy Fernandez now. Rhett Tucker right there running in fourth. Nick Hunt rounds out your top five, but don't count. Tommy Haynes out right there. Last driver hanging on to the tail end of this field. Bootlegger on the hood of that car here tonight in Kentucky. And, well, some good old Kentucky bourbon would be great. Like Blanton's. Blanton's is a great... Oh, it's great. Yeah. We'll leave it at that. Things slowly calming down between some of the drivers and some of the positions out there on the track. Looks like Jeff Gluckner still involved with the battle back outside of your top, or just inside of your top 20, I should say. Casey Duncan, Gluckner, and Scruggs back there going at it with each other. You got Gary May, Stephen Ayers Jr. also battling for positions. Justin Gann, Nathan Rogie, their nose to tail. Hunter Courier, Jason Ayerson right there running for a spot inside the top 10. The 41 of Pierce Maffett, he's now up to the 9th position. Tommy Haynes losing a little bit of ground after getting by Nick Hunt. That was a little bit of a battle for a second. We had 4 cars all lined up, battling for a position, battling for that second spot. Darren Clement was able to clear Roy Fernandez. Rhett Tucker slotted in that 4th position. Now Hunt loses a spot to Jim Ott as Tommy Haynes starts to step away now. And that seems to be the trend. Once a driver gets gets caught up battling with another car, that allows that car that is just off in front of them to kind of step away, separate themselves, break that draft. And that's allowed the race leader to step away with a commanding lead so far here after the drop of the green flag on the restart. Todd Cray now out to a 1.5 second advantage over Darren Clement, Roy Fernandez, Rhett Tucker, and Tommy Haynes rounds out your top 5. Tell you what, why don't we jump a little closer to the action? Coming right into your living room. Let's turn it up. When we get that up close to all the sights and sounds here at Kentucky Speedway. Drivers laying it all out on the line, last to pit road on lap number 46. We've seen these drivers come to pit road after about 30 laps or so. 31 to 33 laps was about the pit strategy there for that first round of green flag pit stops. So drivers going to be very close to having to make a green flag pit stop, I should say, somewhere around lap number, let's call it lap number 78, 79. We should start seeing people. And now Justin Gann, he's going to be the first driver to pit road. Dustin Scruggs going to come to pit road as well. Is this a scheduled stop for Gann? And doing the math, it looks like it could be a scheduled stop. Gann, everybody going to have to make at least 2 stops here. You're not going to be able to stretch it out far enough to make it on just one more stop. So Gann hits pit road when that pit window opens, and maybe the undercut's going to work. Hot and heavy battle right here, 4th and 5th on the speedway. Rhett Tucker, Tommy Haynes going at it. Tucker blazing a trail through the field here tonight. That 99 started all the way back in 23rd out of the 25 drivers that started in tonight's race, and he has made his way all the way up to 4th, up 19 spots from where he started tonight's race. Tucker looking for a little bit more. Can he get to a podium spot? Haynes gonna look to the inside, close quarters off of 2. They'll drag race down the back stretch. 17 on the inside, 99 gonna take that middle to high lane. They'll keep it going. Ford versus Camaro off of 4. Looks like the Ford gonna win that drag race. He'll cross the line. Keep that spot for now. Pierce Maffitt in the 41 machine. He's gonna break for pit road this time by Ron Schutte. Also brings the 28 iHeartRadio Toyota Supra down the pit road. And how about this? While these drivers have been battling, they have closed the distance on Roy Fernandez. We have not seen this all race long. Drivers typically, when they get side by side, begin to lose a little ground, but they are gaining ground on that AC Delco number 3 Camaro of Roy Fernandez. And that's also allowing that 4 of Jim Ott to make his way up onto the scene. Don't look now, but your pole sitter is back up inside the top 10. He's looking to get back inside the top 5. Damian Liniger running in 7th. Tucker gonna peel off for pit road. Liniger gonna come with him. And that may put the front of this field on notice that they're gonna have to get to pit road here pretty soon. Rogie gonna bring that 91 down to pit lane as well. Jeff Gluckner brings the 24 down to pit road. How much longer will these drivers stay out? Roy Fernandez gonna break off this time by. He'll head to pit road for his fuel service and tires. Todd Cray staying out on the track. He has a command over this field, absolutely driving away. 1.7 seconds separates your race leader from the rest of the field here. Darren Clement back in 2nd. Tommy Haynes now runs in 3rd, but breaking off for pit road. Todd Cray, Darren Clement, Tommy Haynes, Jim Ott all come to pit road this time by. What will this man do right? Oh, and Liniger with a big slide through the corner. Seven of Tommy Holt yet to come to pit road. Liniger has already come down pit lane for his set of Goodyear tires. How long will that 7 Hellman's machine of Tommy Holt elect to stay out on the track? Nick Hunt gonna take over the race lead with this round of green flag pit cycles. So that's gonna give us our 4th different leader, 3rd different lead change here tonight. Gonna have to look at the running order as they go right now. And how about this? Looking through it, you can see it on the left-hand side of your screen. That 30 of Justin Gann came to pit road 7 laps earlier, and he has got himself quite a gap back to Todd Cray. I believe the undercut may just work out for Gann. After all, gotta stay green flag. Gotta have this cycle work itself through. Looks like Nick Hunt, Gary May, Casey Duncan, Tommy Holt yet to come to pit road. Just like that, the 7 Hellman's Ford Mustang of Holt peels off of turn number 4. He'll head the pit lane that time by, and here he comes right there down to pit lane. Nick Hunt gonna stay out on track. There's Todd Cray making his way by. He'll get himself back onto the lead lap the good old-fashioned way. And I don't know. It's gonna be really close. I mean, it is going to be really close. Nick Hunt, Casey Duncan yet to come to pit road. They're extending this run even further. And oh, now Todd Cray starting to eat up Justin Gann. That gap gonna go away quick. We'll look at this down the back stretch. This is gonna be the battle for the eventual race lead. Justin Gann out to a half a second advantage, but Todd Cray able to rip it down there on the bottom. Catfishing if we were at the dirt track right there, right up next to the grass. He'll take the short way around and take 3rd spot away from Gann, who's now going to drop to 4th in his Ford Mustang, but he's got himself a 1.2 second advantage over Rhett Tucker. That's going to be the next driver that Gann has to worry about. Undercut working, but not long enough. Once again, we've seen Roy Fernandez try that undercut earlier here tonight. It worked out for a moment, but just not long enough. Casey Duncan brings the 18 Great House Toyota Supra to pit road this time by. And is it something inside of these Toyota fuel cells allowing them to go a little bit further than the rest of this pack? It looks like 30 laps would have been lap 76. We're about 6 or 7 laps past what we've seen on a green flag run. So Nick Hunt doing a fine job extending this, but he's got to be careful. He is losing a ton of track time. Gonna have a big battle right here. Check this one out. Justin Gann, Rhett Tucker, Darren Clement, Roy Fernandez, all right there with each other. Pole sitter not too far off of them. Damian Liniger right there. Pierce Maffitt, Hunter Corrier, they round out your top 10 and 11th position on the track. And how about the run by these drivers? One green flag pit stop before we had our first caution of the race. Another green flag pit stop since the restart. Only one caution flag so far here tonight. These Swift Motorsports butt kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series drivers are on a rail. Whoa, big moment for the 32 of Darren Clement. He was all over the tail end of that 99. Coming off of turn number 4, that could have been a big moment. Clement gonna drop to the bottom, look to take that 2nd spot away as Todd Cray has already checked out. You can see him just off in the distance. Cray with almost a 3-second advantage. Nick Hunt peeled off for pit road last time by. He will fall through the field and looks like he will fall off of the lead lap. Nick Hunt gonna fall back to at least 1 lap down. Will he be able to keep himself just 1 lap down and maybe stretch the fuel far enough to not have to pit again. We'll look at the strategy being run a little bit later on through tonight's race. Gonna jump around just a little bit. Rhett Tucker, Roy Fernandez, they're battling third and fourth. Final podium spot on the line. 3 out of the top 5 have yet to visit victory lane, but the man at the point has been there before. Todd Cray looks to go back to his winning ways, and it's easier to read when there's just one thing on the screen, huh? Jim Ott back running in the 6th position. He's got Tommy Haynes and Justin Gann right there with him. Gann falling through this field was 12th when he decided to make that early undercut pit stop. He is now running in the 8th position, so far a 4-spot gain for Gann. Boy, trying to say that fast. 4-spot gain for Gann. Wasn't too bad. Oh, the things we amuse ourselves with. As drivers begin to separate themselves just a little bit, we're going to jump back to some of the battles on the track there. You can see that 17 of Tommy Haynes. He's trying to close in on Jim Ott running in that 4th position. How about this guy right here, Justin Gann, trying to salvage something. There you can see the 24 of Jeff Gluckner. Gluckner scored off of the lead lap. First driver off of the lead lap running in the 16th position as we inch closer to that 100 lap mark. Lap number 90 now underway out of the 125 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. We've only got about 36 laps to go. Oh, well, see, Noah, I can't read. You know, I seen Sizemore and then the numbers, and yeah. That's good stuff, huh, Noah? Anyways, we'll keep things rolling here at Kentucky Speedway. I promise I haven't been into any of the good Kentucky bourbon. I haven't, I promise. That's at the lake house. Just saying. Todd Cray still continues to lead tonight's race. Lap number 92 now underway. Darren Clement sits in second with a vast gap back to Roy Fernandez. Still under fire from Rhett Tucker. Jim Ott right there as well. Damian Leninger, your pole sitter, still looking to charge his way back to the front of the field. Leninger sits in 6th. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit. There you can see that 4 of Jim Ott trying to take a spot away from Rhett Tucker. 4th and 5th on the track. Well, we do appreciate the kind words there, Noah. Sometimes, you know, it's Dave. Yeah, that's what more can I say? 3 wide on the track. The 91, 28, and 7 gonna go 3 wide. Some of them back markers, other more so than others right there. How about that? Not afraid to mix it up, no matter where they are on the track. The 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. just behind them. Maybe not too comfortable with what he sees as he tries to keep himself on the lead lap. Stephen Ayers Jr., last driver on the lead lap, but your race leader, Todd Cray, he is not too far behind. He'll drop to the bottom of the speedway, do away with that 28 of Ron Schutte. And there's that 7 of Tommy Holt. He's going to be the next one on the list. But did you see it? Not far behind. Todd Cray in the 22. There he is in the background. What's going on with that 2 of Leininger? He's going to come to pit road once again. Damian Leininger coming to pit road this time by fuel window open for the final stop. Will it be enough to keep him at the front of the field? 4 tires in fuel for that too. Pierce Maffitt in the 41 going to peel his Toyota Supra off and down to pit lane for the final time. The 98 of Hunter Courier also going to come to pit road. Gary May, Dustin Scruggs, they're battling. Stephen Ayers Jr. right there in the mix as well. And as we said, race leader Todd Cray not too far behind them. They have got to get up on it and get towards the front of this field. Nathan Rogie on the outside of Gary May, and that 7 machine down on the bottom of the speedway. Looks like we've got 2 7s out there on the track tonight. One happens to be a Chevy. The other, this man right here, Tommy Holt, and the D-Walt number 7 machine. The Ford Mustang. Blue oval, that pony singing just inside of the top 15. Holt with a quiet night, but up 12 positions so far. Justin Gann gonna bring his number 30 machine back down the pit road for the final stop of tonight's race. We'll rejoin this battle right here as it continues to rage on. There you can see Stephen Ayers Jr. just off in the distance. Race leader Todd Cray not too far behind him. 17 of Tommy Haynes, he's gonna come to pit road that time by as well. Jeff Gluckner gonna join the guys on pit road for the money stop. It's all on the line. You gotta get in, gotta get out with no mistakes. A pit road penalty at this point will do you in for the night. Race leader gonna cross the line. Lap 100 now on the board. Just 26 laps remaining next time by. For this field, Todd Cray, man, what can you say about this man? Out to a 3.2 second advantage over Darren Clement. Clement with a 3.2 second advantage over Roy Fernandez. And how about that Cuban Missile rocket running well? A little bit of a disastrous first few races for Fernandez, but that 3 crew has turned the ship around, and he runs in the final podium spot with a big gap back to 4th place runner Jason Ayerson. Jim Thorndike now rounds out your top 5. And just like that, the 44 of Jason Ayerson, he's going to pull to pit road for what will be the final stop of the race for him. 3 wide once again in front of your race leader. More drivers to pit road. Thorndike brings that 59 down for his last scheduled stop. Jeff Gluckner gonna unfortunately fall yet one more lap down from your race leader. And if we got a caution right now, how about how much that would shake up the field? Think about Justin Gann. Think about Daniel Lineker, who has already been to pit road. They pulled the undercut strategy yet again here. They've been out there for quite some time as Todd Cray stays out on the raceway. If it plays out like this, I mean, it could really mess up the wave around. I mean, you don't really want to. A wave around's no good with 15 or more laps on your tires. You're not really going to be able to gain on the guys that are on the lead lap, because they're going to be able to come and get those fresh tires. Getting his last set of fresh tires. There you see that 22 of Todd Cray. He'll come to pit road. Darren Clement, Roy Fernandez comes as well. Stephen Ayers Jr., Gary May, Rhett Tucker left to come down pit road. There you can see Gary May. He may. How about that wordplay? Gary May just might lead a lap here if he stays out one more time. And and he is going to stay out on the track. That's going to give us our 5th different leader with 4 lead changes here tonight at Kentucky Speedway. 22 laps now remaining. May, Tucker, Ayers Jr. left to make their pit stops. Brett Tucker all over Gary May. He's going to look for the top spot. He's going to get it at the line. That's going to be 6 different leaders with 5 different lead changes here tonight. And man, Tucker not playing around. He shot out of a cannon. He gone. Tucker has made his final green flag pit stop. We must have missed it back on lap number 93. Is when that 99 Ford Mustang came to pit road. Gary May still out there on the track, yet to come down to pit road. Damian Leininger, with that undercut strategy, came to pit road back on lap number 94. He now sits in third with Jim Ott and Todd Cray closing in fast. Darren Clement with the fresher tires. He's going to take that 7th spot away from Justin Gann. So the undercut not panning out for that 30 machine right now. He sits right where he was running, back in that 8th position. The DeWalt number 7 of Tommy Holt. He'll come to pit road this time by what a mix-up we got going on here. How about this? Roy Fernandez was running in the top 5 pretty much all night. Now he is fighting to keep a top 10. Pierce Maffitt right behind him. Maffitt with about 9 lap older tires than Fernandez, so we should see that 3 scoot away, and indeed he does. He's going to set his sights now on that 98 of Hunter Courier running in that 9th position. Stephen Ayers Jr. with a little bit of a moment. Could have been close to getting one of those late race cautions, and nobody got time for that. We'll stay green flag racing as Todd Cray gets by Damian Leininger. That's going to be for 3rd. Jim Ott now making his way by Leininger for 4th. And how long can Gary May, how long can this man right here keep that 10 machine? I know it's got the 7 on the side, but he's listed as the 10. How long can he keep that machine out there in that 2nd spot? I don't think it's going to be much longer, because here comes Todd Cray. Jim Thorndike right there. Oh my gosh. 3 wide could have ended up bad, as Thorndike got all sorts of out of shape. Thorndike not a battle for position until that 10 decides to pit. Gary May moving backwards, trying to extend the fuel run. Jim Hunt going to make his way by May. That's going to put him into that 3rd spot. And just like that, May's had enough. He'll pull to pit road. Through the round of green flag pit stops, little bit of house cleaning to do for the last time with 15 laps to go. Started tonight's race with 25 drivers. We have still got 21 out there on the track with just 12, I believe, left on the lead lap. We'll double check that. 11 now left on the lead lap, as Rhett Tucker has now gone by Jeff Gluckner to put him a 2nd lap down. Where is Todd Cray? 1.5 seconds back. Jim Ott 2.5 seconds back from there. They are going to close in quite quickly on Rhett Tucker. And how about Darren? Whoa, moment there for Jeff Gluckner. How about Darren Clement? He last came to pit road on lap 103. He's got much fresher tires than the drivers in front of him. Will we see a shakeup? And these last handful of laps at the top of the speed charts for those final podium spots. We'll run down your driver highlights and spotlights. Let's run through your top 5. We'll leave it here for just a moment. Here comes a battle for the race lead. Todd Cray looks to the bottom at the line. Lap gonna go to Cray. That's gonna give us our 6 different lead change with 6 different leaders here tonight. Now we'll begin that run through the top 5. Todd Cray back at the point, back in front of this field. He runs in that top spot. Rhett Tucker, after the undercut, looked to go to victory lane back-to-back, but not looking like that's going to pan out for him and that 99 crew. Tucker running strong, up 21 spots. He sits in second. 2.3 seconds back off of Tucker. You can find your third place runner for the time being. Man, oh man, look at that. Jim Ott in trouble. He's going to lose that third spot. Ott will run for third place now in the hands of this man right here, that 32 of Darren Clement. Up 9 spots from where he started tonight's race. He now sits the final man inside your podium spots. And how about this? Roy Fernandez, the Cuban Missile Rocket, coming back up through the field. He rounds out the top 5, up 1 spot from where he started tonight's race. So a good solid performance out of that 3 machine. And that is all they pretty much needed. They just needed to have a complete race. They've been running good and have bad things happen to them. Fernandez looks to seal the deal here tonight. He looks to walk away from the track with a top 5. Under 10 laps to go. Todd Cray hits 9 laps left to go that time by, looking for some battles on the track. We'll jump to this one. Back markers all up in the mix. Here's Darren Clement and Jim Ott going side by side. There's Jim Thorndike, the 66 of Dustin Scruggs. Also back here mixing it up. Look at that big group of cars. My gosh. 4 on the outside, 3 on the inside. It looks like a restart. Contact! 91 goes way up the track. Somehow, some way, able to save it. No more contact. Drivers make it clean off of 2. Darren Clement now being able to really separate himself away from Jim Ott. Ott still back here having to deal with some of these back markers there. You can see 4th car in line for that 4 auto owners. The Chevy Camaro there. You can see him. He's trying to get by the 91, trying to get by, I believe, that is the 66 as well as the 59 of Jim Thorndike. Thorndike running in the 12th position. First car 1 lap down, and he's hoping for a caution, and he has got to keep it in front of this man right here, Dustin Scruggs. That's a battle for the lucky dog right now. So Thorndike looking to keep that GTR Simulator 59 in that spot for the time being. Back at the front though, how about this Rhett Tucker? He's gonna have some company soon. Here comes Clement. Not much to say as Todd Cray got the high 5 last time around. Just 5 laps to go for this gentleman at the front of the field. He's got himself a 5-second race advantage over his competitors. Cray looking to seal the deal and be the first to go to victory lane multiple times here in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Back to the battle for second on the track. Darren Clement gonna drop to the bottom, look to take second away. He'll grab that spot as they cross the line, just 4 to go. Tucker gonna try to fight back, gonna try to sniff some of the draft and stay right there with Clement. Trying to stay in his rear view, trying to stay in the side mirror and force a mistake out of that 32. But with those fresher tires, it's gonna take a lot of pressure, and I just don't think that 99 is gonna be able to hang on long enough to pressure a mistake out of that 32 of Darren Clement. Man, he has been running strong all day long. How about this battle? Not on the lead lap, but it's going to be a battle here very soon between this 10 of Gary May and the 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Just off in front of him in 14th. Popsicle sticks last time by for your race leader. 2 to go here from Kentucky. Tell you what, we'll rejoin your race leader back down the back stretch once again. Now down into turn number 3. Upstate Al gonna put down those popsicle stick signs, gonna throw the white flag. Final lap here at Kentucky Speedway. Todd Cray gonna cross the line. He's got 1.5 miles to go. Four corners now make that 2. He'll fire off of turn 2 down the backstretch for the final time and heading in to the greatest turn of them all, turn 3. For the final time tonight, Cray looks to put that 22 in victory lane, and barring some catastrophic tornado, I don't think anybody's going to stop him. Cray off of 4. He'll cross the line and capture the flag here tonight from Kentucky Speedway. Darren Clement going to cross the line in 2nd. Rhett Tucker finishes in 3rd. How about that 4-car train back behind them? Jim Ott going to snatch 4th away. Roy Fernandez going to finish in 5th. Tommy Haynes back in 6th. How about that run there? Justin Gann, a valiant effort, my man. Just not able to do enough there with the undercut. Damian Leniger not getting as much as the undercut advantage as he would have liked. He'll finish in 7th as well. Todd Cray going to bring it to the front stretch. He'll enjoy a little bit of a smoke show, burning it down for the fans in the stands and everybody joining us around the world on your phones, tablets, computer screens. We do appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with all your post-race interviews right here from Kentucky. Back trackside as promised at the conclusion of race number 4 here in season number 3 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker, Breezy Acres Dairy Farms, Kentucky Speedway. What a show we had tonight. Man, oh man, what a run all night long for all of the drivers out there tonight. And I tell you what, let's see if we can't catch up and have a few words with the driver that walked away with the third position here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up that 99 of Rhett Tucker. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, Dave?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing? How you feeling, man? After what a run, huh? You started way outside of the top 20, gained 20 spots here tonight, walk away with a podium. How good does that feel?
Not as good as winning, but given the circumstances, I guess I'll take it. I really had I was learning the track really, so I mean, we only had one caution. I guess it was a success and all in all.
Well, man, I wouldn't be too down on yourself. A podium is not anything to what am I trying to say here? It's not easy
Hey,
to do. A podium
I'll
in
take
this league is rough. Rough
Yeah, that was
speaking,
tough.
huh?
I that last pit stop, I came in as early as I could. I only had about a gallon of fuel left in my car at the end of that, and I took 2. So I tried to cut off some of that gap that Todd and Darren had, but they came back at the end. I was about 10 laps shy.
Well, Rhett, I want to look a little bit forward here. We got the Double D tracks coming up next, going to the Daytona Road Course, and then the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway. With those 2 races left to finish out the month of June, which one do you think is really going to be tougher? I mean, yeah, the road course is left and right, but we all know the Lady in Black and what she can do.
Honestly, I'm stoked for them both. I had a good run in the truck race last night, and I'm pretty comfortable at Darlington too. I like running the wall.
All right, my man. Well, Red, it's always a pleasure to check in with you after these races. Glad to have you here with a brief moment at the post-race interview. So before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home on that 99?
Yeah, thank you, Turn 3, for doing killer broadcasts. Swift Motorsports for putting this on. My teammates at RTR, Dustin Scruggs, Nathan Rogie, Malware Bites, Primary Jeeps, Hummers, and Argos, Prosper Engineering. And yeah, that's it. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Well, we'll catch up with you at the road course next week.
See ya.
There you go. That was Rhett Tucker inside of that 99 machine, up 20 spots tonight. He had his Ford Mustang fixed up and heading to the front. And you heard him mention last night, he was down in Daytona last night in the trucks, putting on one heck of a performance, and unfortunately blew the motor. And that ended his night last night. He'll hope to have a better run at it to next week when he heads back to Daytona for some road course racing once again. And well, that's going to lead us to our second place finisher here tonight. Let's see if we can dial up and have a word or two with the driver inside of that 32 machine, Darren Clement. It's Dave in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey Dave, how's it going, man?
Going good. How about yourself, man?
Hey, doing great. Brought home the car clean tonight.
That you did. Want to talk about that run you had at the end of the race, man? You were chopping it up with a lot of drivers, a lot of back markers, drivers for position as well. Walk us through that run to the front after that last round of green flag pit stops.
Well, I lost a lot of time coming off a pit road to Todd, so getting first was kind of a wash at that point. I was trying to make up time, hoping he made a mistake, but I caught into a group of lap markers, and I had was it 4th place or 5th place on my butt right there going into turn 1, and all of a sudden one of them bobbled, checked us all up. I was just gripping that steering wheel, hoping to get through there, and whew, boy, it was a nervous wreck right there for a little bit. Almost, I wasn't sure I was going to be able to catch Red after that one, because that one really slowed me down 2 laps in a row. But we we chased him down.
Well, your white knuckle moment was a great moment for us here in the booth. I didn't have any trouble with that.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't. I know my crew chief was sweating too. So
Well, Darren, a heck of a run here tonight, up 10 spots from where you qualified outside of the top 10. Going to walk away with a second place here. That's going to go to help the point standings for you. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to shake out after the race win with Todd Cray, but I believe you've got a pretty good shot at walking into Daytona Road Course next week as the overall points leader. So, with all that being said, again, congratulations on your second place here tonight. Before we let you go, you want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop on that 32?
I definitely want to thank the wife for letting me get on here, twice a week and run with these guys over here at Swift Motorsports. Thank the guys at East Coast Motorsports running, doing a great job. As you can see, 22 beating the 32 tonight. Still walking away with a win as a team. And I want to thank all the admins over here at Swift Motorsports and the league owner, Justin Gann, for letting us come run here.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the second place, and we'll see when we can catch up with you again. I'm sure we will before this season's end.
Yes, sir, Dave. It's time to go crack open a nice Bush Light and enjoy it.
No, man, it's Bush.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Final parting words from Mr. Clement inside of that Bush. The 32 Ford Mustang up 10 spots from where he qualified back in 12th tonight. He'll walk away from the track in second. And that's going to bring us back to this man. One of the fan favorites has one in their week in and week out on the YouTube side of things. So let's see if we can dial up and have a talk with the winner chicken dinner. Todd Cray, you got me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hey, man, it's been about 3 or I don't even know how long. What was race number one? You went to
4
victory lane.
months.
Yeah, too long. Too long.
Yeah,
We'll
it
just
felt
leave
like
it
a
at
long
that.
time. Yep.
How was the run out there for you tonight? How was the car? Obviously, the car was pretty stout, but was there any moments that had you worried tonight? After Lineker took the pole and kind of stretched out the race lead there.
Yeah. My teammate there, Darren from ECM Motorsports, I always keep an eye on him with his pit strategy, and we talk a little bit in there in the chat room, but we're racing for the win, so I always got to keep an eye on him. And early pace was a little situation, but really been concentrating on saving the tires and not burning them off. So it takes some getting used to. So it's good to see some fast guys out there trying things, and we just had a good solid night. But one caution, pit stops went well. Again, some guys pit early. Was watching Darren and a couple other guys here, and just kind of went our way.
Well, Todd, you're going to be the first driver in the Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series to go to victory lane for a second time this season, separating yourself a little bit early here with 4 races already in the book in a short season, just a 15-week season, 5 for the chase. How are you feeling about this year's run for a championship?
I'm feeling pretty good. We had a couple championships here with Swift Motorsports, and moved up now to Xfinity and Cup. So that was a part of the plan, getting our feet wet last year. It's just really attacking each race, not making the big mistakes, not taking damage, not messing up on pit road. It's really a battle between yourself. So we're really concentrating on that, and if we get that right, hopefully we're staying on top of that podium.
Absolutely. Well, Todd, you're no stranger to how this works, so we're just going to step back and hand you the mic.
Yeah, well, cousin Jess is out there with Trixie, my good luck charm. So the race is definitely for them. She's been waiting for this live racing to start back up again. So that was a really cool night. BUTTKICKER, Breezy Acre, Dairy Farms for putting on the series. Infinite Hero, Pets in Paradise, MPI, People Against Distracted Driving. It's something really important to us here in New Jersey. Turn 3 Racing Network putting on the show. Love going back and watching the broadcast, and really cool. And, we're just going to keep doing what we do, and appreciate you putting the show on.
Absolutely, my man. Well, you guys make my job easy, and we'll look to see if we can't catch up with you at the road course or maybe at Darlington.
Yeah, not so sure about the road course, but Darlington's a good one for us. So I have to get a little practice in this week and see what we can do next week. So
Man, just send
all
it.
good. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Big surprise next week. We'll see.
All right, well, there you have it. Todd Cray, not so sure about how things are going to go and shake down there at the Daytona Road Course, but it doesn't matter because tonight he is in victory lane, checkered flag in hand here from Kentucky Speedway. Todd Cray gets his second race win of this season, season number 3 here in Swift Motorsports. Butt kicker, Breezy Acre Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. Man, what a race it was. A lot of racing action all over this speedway between front runners, back markers. At times they were mixed in with each other. Crazy night of some crazy great racing action. What a run it was by all the drivers. It does indeed sound like producers hitting those buttons in the background. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results right here for Swift Motorsports. Butt kicker Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series race number 4 at Kentucky. Todd Cray gonna take the checkered flag top spot. Tonight he walks away with a race win. Darren Clement in the 32 machine gonna slot home in a solid second. Brett Tucker in the 99 gonna walk away final spot on the podium in third. The 4 of Jim Mott gonna finish in 4th, while the 3 of Roy Fernandez, the Cuban Missile Rocket, finishes out your top 5. Tommy Haynes back in 6th. Damian Liniger back there in 7th. The 30 of Justin Gann gonna finish tonight's race in 8th position. Jason Ayerson back in 9th. Walking away from tonight's race in the top 10. The 98 of Hunter Coyer. Last driver on the lead lap, the 41 of Pierce Maffett, gonna walk away tonight in 11th. 12th place finish tonight goes to the 59 GTR Simulator driver Jim Thorndike. 66 of Dustin Scruggs gonna slot home in 13th. 14th to Gary May inside the 10. Stephen Ayers Jr. back in the 15th spot, while Nathan Rogie finishes tonight's race 2 laps down in 16th. The 24 of Jeff Gluckner gonna walk away from the track tonight at Kentucky Speedway in 17th. 18th spot tonight goes to that 28 iHeartRadio machine of Ron Schutte. Casey Duncan in the Great House 18 Toyota Supra walks away in 19th, and the Depends 00 of Nick Hunt rounds out your top 20. The 7 of Tommy Holt back in 21st. Ryan Sizemore gonna walk away in 22nd. Newcomer Chris Harvey in the 79 machine, he'll finish tonight's race back in 23rd, while the 1 of Nicholas Schreiber walks away in 24th. And rounding out the field tonight, the 5 of Chad Osborne. Big tip of the cap shout out, thank you to both of our race control and admins here tonight at the track. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder, we do appreciate everything you've done out there tonight. A little bit of a light night of work for you guys up there in race control, but nonetheless, tip of the cap for all you do all season long. With that being said, race fans, if you haven't already, get on over to the Turn 3 Racing Network YouTube page. Drop these drivers a thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Let's push it to 2,000 subscribers. Stay safe, stay loved, my friends. We're going to wrap up the course and get ready to head to Daytona for the road course race next week here in the Breezy Acres Dairy Farms Xfinity Series. So, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll see ya in turn 3.